Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 19 of Crusader Kings 2 as the king of the Talakad Kingdom. And we are currently in a war with this guy down here, this king, and try and take this land from him. We're smashing his armies up fairly well. Our ruler's not doing particularly well at the moment. We lost our face recently. Seems the wound from your maiming has completely healed. Well, that's good. We are still missing our face though. Could become close friends with some random mare. There's no reason not to, usually. So we'll go ahead and do that. This army's still going to keep getting smashed to pieces. Two children lack an education focus. This is our grandson, Gamer Cowboy. Let's go ahead and see if we can give you a bit of the old martial. And then we've got his twin sister. And you can have a bit of the old etiquette. Now, while we're at this... let's go ahead and arrange your betrothal. Any geniuses in the realm? There's one right there. So let's go ahead and get that arranged. Excellent. You've decided to accept. Fantastic. So let's just keep battling this army. It looks like he actually consolidated his forces together there. Betrothed can marry. Fine, yeah, let's get that sorted. Unmarried heir. Yeah, but you're about to get married, so that's not a problem. So you're trying to move into there, but I caught you. Or is there somewhere else trying to move in that I haven't noticed here? Perhaps the glass is fuller than I believe it to be. I lose the trait cynical. So lose some intrigue. Gain some additional karma. Right, let's let his army sort of wander around at the minute. It's not really going anywhere or doing anything. He's going to try and siege this out, but... special character actions possible. We can go into hiding. Now then, the only reason it will normally say that is if there's some sort of plot against us. And there is. This is our daughter-in-law. You are going to end your plot. And if you don't, you might find yourself getting dead soon. You can end your plot, and you can all end your plots. Just stop it. They might say no, of course. There's always a possibility. Yeah, demand is just. They all know that they've been caught. So they're going to give up on those. We no longer need to go into hiding. Yeah, I've never quite managed... Oh, we've got 100%. Excellent. I've never quite managed to get that immortalization event right. So there we go. We have gained yet another county. So let's go ahead and group you together. Well, we don't group you, we'll just disband you. So we've still got our Chancellor here. Now, the question is, do we have any claim on the rest of this stuff? I know we've got a truce, but if we were to declare war, we've got border disputes and tributaries. So yeah, we will still need to go ahead and make claims if we want to try and grab any of that in the future. So let's go ahead and try and fabricate a claim over here. Once we've got 3 out of the 5, we should be able to usurp the title anyway. We can still usurp that title, which is something that I'm not really interested in doing. This land now has sort of become mine because it did belong to my my son. It would be nice to start taking some of this other land. This kingdom looks like it could be fairly weak. I mean, I think we could have a relatively realistic chance. Now then, you are... Do we have claims against any of you? Can't claim on you directly. If I was to go and attack you... This is my old liege. I used to be part of this kingdom. Apparently we do have some claims... I could go and get a claim on, like, that entire duchy. Which seems a little bit odd. And why would I want to take that? But it is a de jure claim. Or we could get a de jure claim on that. Again, either way, it doesn't really link up the territory. If we could go and grab that, that'd be awesome. So let's say we did want to do that. Does he have any... He's got 3.2k men. We've got far more. He doesn't have any alliances. Actually, it's not that much more. I mean, we could be fielding a larger army. He does have quite a few men. Prisoners. Do we have any that we could or would want to ransom off? Not you. If we ransom you off, we'd get how much? 10 gold. It's hardly worth it, but 10 gold is 10 gold, I suppose. What about you? You're worth 25. Now, you are worth 70 gold. But at the same time, you're a troublemaker. But let's ransom you off anyway. If he starts plotting again, I'll get him again. May your years be short and miserable. So, this has just gone sort of independent. That's interesting. My scribes have provided me with the latest draft of my book. Upon reading it, I am not convinced it is moving in the right direction. I could perhaps ask Thacker, so who's this? Is my marshal, for advice on the matter. If nothing else, he is likely to feel flattered by it. This has a risk of lowering the quality of my work. Well, we don't want that. This could potentially make us stressed. Did it make us stressed? It did make us stressed. It'll probably go away. Throughout the day, you've caught yourself grinding your teeth and being unable to focus on anything for long. Suddenly you realise that you've been in a bad mood all day. You just can't seem to abide having lazy people in your presence anymore. I'll get him to be less slothful when I'm around. This gives our son a chance to lose slothful. Gives us a chance to gain stressed. Well, we've already gained the stressed trait anyways. Doesn't make a lot of difference, really. So how are things going on with the title loss? Yeah, Prince Hardan is likely to gain most of our decent titles. Find myself a list of Miss Wildflowers. There will be lover waiting for her by the stream near the map. At a festive outing in the wild, I found a message left amidst wildflowers addressed to my daughter-in-law. The would-be lover is waiting for her in the stream. I must protect her from dangerous liaisons. Yes. So my son is Hardan, who looks like he's going to gain most of the things. That is this son, who has decent enough skills. He is brave. It is interesting. I mean, we could go and make you a count of somewhere. Although I'm not really at the limit right now, so it seems a little bit of a waste. This place is getting all sorts of broken up. Can't declare a war on you directly, because I guess you are part of this kingdom. You have 2,000 men. Now, if I were to declare a war on you here, do I have... No, I've only got border disputes. I don't have anything useful to get against you. That's a bit of a shame. So, yeah, do I want to vote a different son? You've got a lot of martial, but you're also craven. I think we are going to vote for Hardan. So we want laws, we want to nominate, and Hardan wants to be the one we're nominating for. Looks like he will be now. So we have a new heir. Now, that still gives us a load more title losses on succession. They're all going to go to somebody else, although most of those are counties. So that's not too much of a problem. We'll see what happens. So how many county titles do I hold? Just the two, Gangavadi and Chera Nadu, which is this one down here. I think. Let's just have a quick look at that, because this always gets me confused. It's Maldives. No, maybe it's not. Yeah, it is. So it's the Kingdom of Talakad. Or the Kingdom of Tamilakam. Tamilakam. The Duchy of Nadu. and the county of the Maldives. So is it really just those three? And who's in charge of this? This is my vassal. Right, it's me. I control one of these, but I'm not the count. You're just a random vassal. Well, I tell you what. Let me make you... This is Calicut or whatever. Let me give you... Calicut. Include lower titles. So now you are a double count. And then let me give you the Raj of Chera Nadu and include all the lower titles. And now you are managing this guy who doesn't like me because you're his direct liege. Now that has just made him a powerful vassal. We can still create another title actually. Oh, the duchy doesn't exist. The random duchy down here. So that did just make you a powerful vassal. Now, what do you have? You'll be quite a good... you're the same rank as this guy, so let's go and appoint you. I can't actually appoint you there. That's weird. Okay. What other skills do you have then? 11 steward, 12 diplomacy, but you're pretty terrible at everything else. Well, you're actually better than my current steward. Although my current steward is a powerful vassal. We'll leave things as they are for now. There's probably not a lot of point in changing it around. So we will hold off on that one. Still a little bit worried about these title losses. I mean, we can go ahead and give more counties away and just sort of hold on to duchies. You know, that's never a terrible thing. Let's go ahead and keep building some of these up. Barracks are good, because heavy infantry, so let's go ahead and build some barracks. My main concern, like I said, and it's always the issue of having Crusader Kings 2, you die off and then you lose a load of land. So do we want to go ahead and start yet another war? With the possibility of grabbing some random land here. You still have 4.3 thousand men to your name. I have 4.3, so we're pretty evenly matched. So it's probably not terribly worth trying to do that. Looks like Gamer Cowboy's going to get some skills there. Excellent, very good. And his sister is as well. She's getting a bit. Dear Hardan, this is my Chancellor. I'd like to invite you out carousing. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do that. We can usurp this title. I really don't see the point in taking that, so I'm not going to bother. Be nice if we could get some stuff. No important decisions available. It's not telling me what that important decision currently is. Recruit court physician. She must have died off. Just the other day, skulking as I often do, I caught my daughter-in-law. Oh no, you caught the Count of the Maldives and my daughter-in-law in flagranti. They did not notice me, but I'm still in shock. She's a married woman, by the Lord. Scandalous. His affair must be exposed. I smell profit. Let's expose him. Marshal has initiated a massive recruitment drive. A messenger brings you word from Kaladi. One of the perjurers residing there is willing to serve as your personal physician. He's possessed. I think we'll have him disappear without a trace. Having someone possessed looking after your medical needs does not seem smart. Can we actually do something with China at the moment? They are still open. We can send an artifact. We can send a gift. Journey to the inner lands of the Shu Empire and bow before the Emperor in an act of servitude. Performing kata will earn you grace with the Emperor, but it will cost you prestige to do so. How much prestige? Don't want to become a tributary. How much is the gift? 700 gold? Let's hang on for a while. I mean... how much of this do we have? Do we have any grace? We have no grace. Dislikes concubines, likes Indian cultures. I mean, could we give him an artifact? That's Chinese anyway. I don't know. What else could we give him? What could we give him that's culture-wise? Or close relative who is at least 12 years old. One that must be true. Is a close relative of yours. Has an attribute of greater or equal to 20. Has positive congenital trait. Has a positive non-inheritable congenitive trait. Not got anybody that I can send or anything, so we might just have to wait there. Okay, arrived at the private rooms, so carousing going on. Become best friends now. Right, so we're kind of stuck. Am I going to lose my stressed trait? Yes, it's having a little bit of luck here. My diplomacy is really in the toilet. Because I'm wrath, I'm cruel, I'm greedy, I'm disfigured. The disfigured is the main problem here. I'm one-handed and disfigured. But I'm an absolute monster on the battlefield. How can I rely on my generals when their own understandings of warfare is so lacking compared to my own? So I can teach my Chancellor a few things. Let's go and teach him to lead the centre. Direct leader is always good, especially because I don't want to be in the centre at any time. He's gratefully accepted my lesson in the art of war. With more generals like me who can stand against us. Excellent. I don't even have an ambition at the moment. I have no valid ambitions to pick. Got quite a few truces. I've got a few claims. So I've got that claim and I've got the other claim. Random mayor gets wounded. Not really my issue. Received a letter from a fellow member of my society. Will you, as the Eastern scholar you are, please offer some advice on my poetry or the attempt of it? Sure. Let's just pick one at random because I really have no idea which one is going to benefit and which one is not. No, I'm not going to do your... I might as well just leave the society. Although I guess there's no downside to being in it because, like I said, we are still passively gaining devotion, and we can use that devotion to do stuff. So you know, we can give spiritual guidance. Change religious branch, assign guardian, take concubine. Have we got any concubines we can take? A random courtier. She holds some claims to titles. She's got gout and she's depressed, but sure, why not? Let's have a concubine. I was beginning to think that he took offence to my comments, but today I received a new draft of his work. Nonsense is brilliant work and it needs to be seen. So I can spend some gold and gain +1 diplomacy, but he will dislike me if I do so. My diplomacy is so low, I'm not necessarily sure that's going to make any difference. Although, I don't care if he hates me, I need the diplomacy boost. Because my diplomacy is quite terrible at the moment. He's obviously not going to like me because he feels insulted because I went behind his back, but that is fine. So yeah, if I could attack you... But yeah, you've got such a huge number of troops. I mean, mine is still slightly higher. We do still have the men. No known plots. There's still a few threats around. Nothing particularly worrying. Yeah, we'll try and get a claim down here. If we can grab the rest of this, that will be good. It looks like we can pick a new ambition. Try and see the realm prosper then. See if we can pull it off. So I'd like to try and get a claim down here. Yeah, we'll come carousing again. Child lacks an education focus. Let's get you betrothed, actually. You're the leader of some revolt. Might work out if the revolt... Yeah, sure. Let's see how that works out. But you lack an education focus. You can actually have martial training. That'd be interesting. What was I going to do? I was going to move my Chancellor and get you to sort of try and fabricate some claims over here. See if we can grab some of this. You've decided to accept. Now, I think he's the leader of this revolt here. No, it's not him. What revolt's he the leader of then? Some other revolt somewhere else. There's so many revolts going on at the moment. Is that quite unbelievable? But yes. We want to try and do that. News from China. The Chinese Son of Heaven has died and been succeeded by an empress. Like her predecessor, the new empress is known to believe in open China. Apparently she takes a special interest in Kumaztans, but frowns on other Mazdan religions. Business as usual then. Right, so... Doesn't really help me one little bit. Can't really send anything useful at all. So we will we'll hang on. We can raid their empire. So what will happen if we do this? The Shu Empire is overburdened with riches. Why should we vie for the Emperor's grace when we could just take what we want? Taking this decision will temporarily disable all pay tribute and ask for boon interactions for as long as the raid persists. And then 5 years after that. While raiding China, you will lose grace but gain loot and spoils every year. A portion of your soldiers will also be unavailable for the duration of the raid. Interesting. Well, I'm not sure that we're exactly short of stuff at the moment, so we're probably not going to bother with that too much for now. We can arrest somebody here. This is our nephew. You're a powerful vassal. You're trying to do something. You're trying to kill me. We've now got him arrested. Excellent. What have we got here? Fighting with somebody. What happened? 89% chance that we get beaten up. 10% chance wounded. 1% chance severely injured. I don't even think we got beaten up there, did we? Looks like the RNG was on my... Oh no, we are beaten up. We did get beaten up. That's fine though. That is fine. Not too sure how that happened, but it did. So still some title losses in succession. I still can't understand why we would lose the Raj of Gangavadi, because this is the Raj of Gangavadi right here. And this is where my current capital is, and I own the provinces in this. So how many sons do I currently have? That's my son and heir. And then there's this one. So if we only had the one, we'd probably be slightly better off. So if you were, for example, to say, I don't know, disappear. But there are no valid plots. I can't even plot to kill you. Is there any particular reason why? Can't do it. This is Gamer Cowboy gaining some more stats. Fantastic. Because we are his direct educator. We should be. It's not appearing in wards, but I believe we are the direct educator there. So that was a little strange. How old are we now? We're 53. So we've probably got a couple more years left on the throne. But I'm going to go ahead and end the video there because we are over the 20-minute mark. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Crusader Kings 2. Once again, a very big thank you to my Patreon supporter, Gamer Cowboy, for sponsoring this series with his generous donation. It really is appreciated. And I will see you all on the next video. Until then, goodbye for now.